Carpe diem. You have no idea how far I've been with Val and getting her to stop. I have filed FBI reports. I bet they appreciated that. I have worked with multiple detectives and agencies and got an inspector in England to visit Val by the name Ian Harwood. And he came back with, she said he's doing it to her too since I left her alone. I'm not even sure, like,
I don't understand his wording. She said he's doing it to me too since I left her alone.
Then detectives here told Ian that this is not true and she is lying to him and to go and make her stop. And then he said, she is so unstable, afraid of bothering her again, or I'm afraid bothering her again will make her commit suicide. In his little fantasy world, David is getting police to come knocking on Val's door, you know. But Val, did Ian Harwood ever come knocking on your door?
No. Before I mention that story, what I think is quite interesting is the fact that this never existed, but he's actually put quotes around sentences, like it's a quote that someone said, but no one said it because no one's ever spoke to. You haven't had this policeman speak to that policeman, and that policeman spoke to the investigator. The investigator said, "Go back and see her." Oh no, I can't. He's actually scripting. Now this Ian Harwood, I actually spoke to a PC the other night, last night. I think it was the night before.
No, you contacted him. Let's be clear on this.
I contacted the policeman. Yeah. And I asked about Ian Harwood, and he said he's actually retired. They gave me Ian Harwood's email address, and I've actually emailed him, and I will put a screenshot of my email that I've sent him. He hasn't replied yet. Whether he replies or not, maybe he won't. I don't know. But I have sent him an email telling him what's going on, just in case he's interested that his name is being used in a smear campaign as a ploy and a prop against me. Yeah. So I don't know what all this is about. To use a real person in this scripted bullshit is ridiculous. No policeman has ever come to my door except if I've requested them. The only policemen that come to my door, the ones that I've rung up and asked to see, they haven't knocked on my door for any other reason. Yeah. So this is made up, along with a Carpe Diem person. It's all made up. And David's living in a fantasy world.
Yeah.
Of obsession.
He's obsessed. He's literally obsessed with you, and it's actually quite terrifying. But like I said, / funny as at the same time because it's so ridiculous. All right. What the fuck? But it's okay what she's doing to me. I'm sure a cop would probably care more about someone committing suicide than David's feelings or whatever. You see, nobody cares. They will never understand it until it happens to them. David's okay. He's a big, strong man. Right. This is fantastic. I don't know how much I've told you, but my best friend is a detective. I think she's a former detective and a former client and all. But
yeah, I think it was a client he started to date.
That handles just these kind of cases. What a coincidence. The police, where Val resides. An inspector visited Val and told her, do stop. Well, she convinced him that we are just in a he said, she said fight, and I'm doing the same thing to her, and he bought it and she continued. So my friend told him that she lied to him, and I don't do anything to her, and I don't know her. He said she is so unstable that he's scared to talk to her again and that she might kill herself. English liberal law for you. So that was 3 years ago, and I never really thought about filing a police report in England. So I did last night, and they have already responded. Now I'm waiting for my friend to talk with them to demand she be stopped. The officer's reply stated she may be charged with harassment towards me. I have a plan if this doesn't work. Tell me if you want to know what the plan is.
So he's apparently called the officers in England. Well, that would have been a very expensive telephone call for a start from Las Vegas or wherever he resides at the moment. The officer's reply stated she may be charged with harassment towards me. They can't. There's no way they can say that off the hook. There and then. You know, you can't say that to somebody unless you've watched all the videos you've looked into it, you've judged it, and then you can say, but they're not going to do that. This is lying. This is, he's telling Erica stuff that he wants her to know so that Erica literally has sympathy for him. And what she did, and she felt sorry for him because she felt so bad. This poor man was having to go through all this with the police to get me, and it's bullshit. It's all lying, and I'm speechless, which is very rare for me.
I think he means to say she is a fucking hot mess right now and very scared and desperate. The next videos coming out will be interesting because I detailed the laws she is breaking in my comments yesterday, and she knows I'm right. So he's assuming that you're reading his comments. I told someone that I have screenshots of her contacting people I know and harassing them.
I didn't harass. See, this is where these narcissistic people go wrong, and they change the intent of something. I actually warned Nova, again, I said this before, that she was dealing with somebody who's toxic because of what he was doing to me. So that's not harassing people. And if you can actually send a screenshot of somebody being warned, and that's going to actually go against me, they'll actually probably see that and say, well, good on you. You're warning people. You're not threatening. I'm not abusing. Yeah. I'm not attacking. It's called warning somebody. That's a completely different thing, and that's actually acceptable.
And here we go. I have shots of her attacking me on my website and Facebook, and also using fake channels to attack me. How does he know? First of all,
where's all this proof at, though? This is what's annoying me.
Exactly. Where's any proof that you've created?
He's never, ever shown one screenshot in 5 years. Not one screenshot.
I have a feeling, Val, just between you and I and the viewers, I have a feeling that he is furiously mocking up evidence. Since David decided, after a year of you not speaking about him at all, since David decided to go and hound you down and try and start things back up again, which is what, I think it's been about 3 months now. So roughly 3 months ago, this all kicked off back again. Since this started, we have been saying to David, all right, where's your proof? Where's any of your evidence? You've been asking for 5 years for proof. He has never shown one shred of actual proof. He says, oh, I have proof, but not even one page, right? No. So, but I know, I can guarantee, Val, that's what he is doing right now, is creating fake evidence. Because look, I mean, listen, he was literally just there talking to Erica about creating a fake account, a fake person with a fake backstory to try and catch you out. So of course it's out there creating fake documents. I can 100 to 1. Because if he had it, Val, just quickly, if he had any evidence at all, it would be pride and center in the middle of his website. He would be telling people about it. He would be showing people. You know, we know this because he's that, you know, kind of vain and self-obsessed. Yeah. Like, so he'd have the proof there.
Yeah. No, and also, if I had actually done something, there would be no faking like this needed. He wouldn't have to fake things to make me say something. He would have the evidence to start with, which he's saying he has.
Very good point.
He started out saying she's done this, she's done this, she's done that, but he hasn't shown it. So what he's actually trying to do is trying to create a scenario to which I fill in that gap that he hasn't got. So he has to lie and deceive Erica and deceive me in emails, pretend to be a victim of himself to get me to say things which I probably wouldn't have anyway, because I'm not the kind of person that would say, oh yes, I'm glad that, you know, your husband wants to kill David. I mean, if he thinks he can use that against me, but why is he tricking me into saying the very things that I've apparently already said? He should be using that, not tricking me, not lying, not faking emails. If he's faking stuff, creating crap, that shows he hasn't got anything in the first place, because he wouldn't need to create it. He could just show it. Because if I'm a stalker and if I've abused him, he'll have the evidence of that as to why he's called me those two things. But I'm not those two things, am I? So that's why he has to create the evidence.
It's exactly it, Val. So he's definitely desperate to get some proof. Yeah. And like I said, I just have this feeling, you know, I just have this feeling. And if anyone, you know, is
desperate, man, desperate man.
He